What is new, guys? The first video back, which is this one, I tried to film right before this, and the file got deleted on my phone for some reason. But maybe it was a good sign since the last video was about like 18 minutes long, so I want to cut this one down. So yeah, guys, as the title says, I'll be telling you guys the truth behind the LEGO Star Wars Summer 2021 LEGO sets, and pretty much be giving you guys my full opinions and the truth behind them. So let's kind of rapid fire, I guess, this video now, just due to the fact I don't want to make it 20 minutes again. I don't want to sit here and say the same stuff for 20 minutes. So let's get into it, guys. I pretty much saw all these leaks as they were coming in the other day, but I wanted to kind of take it, a day or two to kind of just collect my thoughts, hear other people's opinions, and kind of just, make a overall statement for myself. So let's move on, guys, to the first one. We have the Slave One for $50. I think it is a fine deal. I think the Slave One looks very good. I like how it is the Mando and Boba Fett and not Han Solo and Boba Fett from Episode 5. I really do like the Boba Fett. I think that's going to be a hell of a minifigure to have. Personally, I'll probably not pick it up though, just due to the fact I've already got the 20th anniversary one. Boba Fett I'll probably pick up off of Bricklink. Probably run me every bit of 15 or 20 bucks, but at the current point I do not need a Slave One or a Mando. So there's my thoughts on that, guys. Moving on to the next one, guys, we'll move on to the Imperial Transporter. I believe it's nicknamed the Marauder. So yeah, it has Grief Karga, the Mortar Trooper, and then 2 Stormtroopers actually, which I didn't even realize was going to come with 2 of them until I saw the pictures. But yeah, so overall, guys, for $40, not too shabby of a deal. I think the minifigures are all great. Grief Karga and the Mortar Trooper look phenomenal, and then 2 Stormtroopers never hurt anybody. I think the vehicle itself looks a little wonky. I don't think it looks the greatest. I think it definitely could use a little bit more curvature, a little bit more sloping, I guess. It just really does look like a rectangle and a little awkward and not too accurate, I don't think. So nonetheless, guys, this is going to be one I pick up on clearance or a deep sale or for a promo, potentially, hopefully every bit of $25 or less, because for $40, I don't think it's worth it to me. Although I think the value is there, since the Grief Karga and the Mortar Trooper will probably hold every bit of $10 of value per figure for a while there. So there's that. Moving on, guys, to the Moff Gideon Light Cruiser. And this, I'm not going to lie, is a little bit of a disappointment. They got the shaping down fine, although it does look a little small, a tad blocky. Some of the turrets on top do look a little big for what it's supposed to be. Again, it's kind of a small platform, and a lot of the stuff on the set does look pretty enlarged and doesn't really fit the main platform for the set. Nonetheless, guys, $160 overall is kind of like their new price point for these larger sets. I'm not too big of a fan of that, although I do make a lot of money. I just still think $160 on a set like this is just not really justifiable. I'm not too sure how many pieces are supposed to be in here. I believe 1,400 and something. Moving on to the minifigures, though, guys, we have Mando and Grogu. Always good to get them, I guess. Cara Dune, so she is not going to the moon. I've actually got all the ATSD Raiders down here. I've got 3 of them. Luckily, I did not buy any more, but she will be going to the center of the Earth instead of the moon. So there's that. Then we have Fennec Shand, Moff Gideon, and the Dark Trooper. All 3 great characters. I do think Fennec Shand will eventually show up in another set, whether it's Clone Wars or Mandalorian, so she's not going to stay exclusive to the set forever. Moff Gideon, I do believe, will come in a set next year, potentially even in the winter. The Dark Trooper, though, will probably hold every bit of like $20 to $25 of value throughout the set's entire shelf life, just due to the fact people are going to want to get multiple Dark Troopers. Everyone only needs 1 Moff Gideon, 1 Fennec Shand, but the Dark Trooper, people want to get 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. So I think at least until people steal them out of the Mexico factories and people, get bulk numbers of like thousands of them somehow. I think for a while he's probably gonna be a $25 minifigure. So I think value-wise, you're getting your value, sure, but I recommend to anyone, unless you have the money, unless you really, really like it, wait for a sale. I would hopefully eventually get this for $120 or less. Ideally less, but I will probably snag it for $120 if I really have to at some point. So there are those 3 pictures. Let's move on to the other ones that actually got officially revealed today, guys. We have the Mandalorian Starfighter right here for $60. And leading up until now, and actually when I first saw the pictures and the minifigures, I really did think it was a 10 out of 10 set. I'm not going to lie. The vehicle looked great. The minifigures looked great. But then when I kind of took closer looks, there's 2 big flaws, I think, for the set. Gar Saxon's helmet, I don't think looks the greatest. I think the visor should be a little bit more angular. I do think the horn should be a little bit bigger as well, or at least one or the other. I think, honestly, at that point, I would have rather the visor look better, since I think, again, like, he just looks weird. He looks like he's squinting. He does not look too accurate in that regard. The helmet's the only thing I don't like about him, though. And then also, when we move on to the actual starfighter itself, if you guys look where the cockpit is, some people were pointing this out to me last night. I posted about it today, and a lot of people also noticed it then. Right underneath the cockpit on both sides, there's a 1 brick gap, like a 1x4 brick gap on either side. So I'd assume it's probably gonna be pretty easy to fix, but just coming from Lego itself, and again, for just for being a purist and just being able to build the set and have a great model, it does kind of suck. There are 2 very big gaps on both sides. So if it weren't for those 2 things, which are pretty minor things, but at the end of the day, they really are some big things, I think, about the set that really do knock it down a few points. I think I got to give it like an 8.5. If it was only one or the other, I think it would be 9.5. I probably would have rathered Gar Saxon's helmet be perfect, and they left the gaps, since again the gaps are a lot easier to fix than Gar Saxon's helmet, although you could always buy like a CAC one, but I also don't think CAC's looks the best. So the helmet is going to kind of suck for Gar Saxon. The other 2 though, Bo-Katan looks great. The Mandalorian Loyalist also looks great. Bo-Katan though, I definitely feel like we'll eventually get her in another set. Gar Saxon should pretty much stay exclusive to this set for a long time. I don't see us ever getting another one, so he'll probably be, a $25 minifigure once the set retires too. Moving on, guys, to the Duel on Mandalore. This does not look like a $20 Duel, I'll be honest. They really dropped the ball on it. I wish Ahsoka was a little bit different, even if it was like a different headpiece, a little bit of a different print. Darth Maul looks fine. I don't really like his face print all that much. I never really liked it in the past either. I think the throne itself should have been a little bit bigger. I do like the cage though for Darth Maul. I'm a huge fan of how you can see Darth Maul through the glass, the little clear sticker piece on the front. A huge fan of that. I'm glad that Lego paid that much attention to detail. So I think for the $20 right here, guys, to make it more worth it, I think either they should have, made the piece count from like 150 maybe to like 180 or 190, or I know it's a dual set and they don't have 3 minifigures usually, but I think if they would have included Ursa Wren in this set, even without her helmet, I guess, although I would have liked with her helmet, Ursa Wren without her helmet, being able to drag Darth Maul down to the shuttle, all the shuttle's on the set, but you get what I'm saying, like, she was in the scene, kind of escorting Maul down to the shuttle. Then you have Bo-Katan on the other set, and I think that would have made the $20 well worth it. I think, those 3 minifigures would have been perfect, 2 brand new minifigures, and then the Ahsoka, I think it would have been fine. Or, of course, increase that piece count. Since I think out of all the dual sets, this one's definitely lacking, and I'll definitely probably be picking this one up for maybe 16 bucks, I think. Ideally less, but I'm not paying 20 bucks for it. You guys can wait, a week even and get it for 16 bucks at Walmart or Amazon. So that's what I recommend. Moving on, guys, to the advent calendar. Looks great. I like the characters. I like the builds. You can't see everything yet, but I will, of course, pick it up no matter what anyway before December. That's what I do with all the advent calendars, including Harry Potter, Friends, City, and then this year there's actually a Marvel one, so that's pretty cool. Moving on, guys, then, you guys already know my thoughts on the Bad Batch Shuttle. And then I guess, guys, the last one I will talk about in today's video is the Darth Vader's Meditation Chamber. For 70 bucks, I think they could have gone 2 ways. I think either how it is, I think they should have scaled it down a little bit to $40 to match up with the Bespin Duel. That would have been perfect. Kind of make it like a little bit of a sequel set to that, and kind of continue that little line of sets in the black box art and everything. Keep it a $40 set. Or if they were to keep it 70 bucks and keep it as is, I think 2 Imperial Royal Guards would have been a perfect inclusion. They wouldn't have really been just throw-ins either, since you guys could have them, guarding the actual meditation chamber itself. They were in there in the scene in Rogue One, so they really kind of dropped the ball on that set. I don't really find it too appealing. I think it would be a nice display piece, but again, I'm waiting for a sale or clearance. So at the end of the day, I might say fuck it and buy it all day one. I doubt it though. Who knows? Who knows where the financials are going to be by then? But current day one purchases, I will probably grab the Mandalorian Starfighter day one. If I really want to make a nice little haul, I do think I'll probably grab the Mandalorian Starfighter and possibly the Ahsoka set, or the Duel on Mandalore set. Nonetheless, guys, though, leave your thoughts down below. I pointed out some of the negatives. I think Darth Maul should also have the Monkey Kid lightsaber. That's another big thing, I think. So there's definitely probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 big negatives about the wave. But I do got to give Lego a lot of credit, though. I think the overall wave is probably like an 8 out of 10. I think all these sets, once they release it, are going to look very nice on the shelf together. Good variety here. I'm glad we're getting Clone Wars stuff and some Mandalorian stuff. I think overall the sets are all great ideas. They didn't really execute them all too perfectly, I don't think. But I can't really complain about everything. This is a very good wave, and I really gotta give them credit and props. So nonetheless, guys, leave your thoughts down below. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys disagree with me? What sets are you guys gonna be picking up on day 1? And thank you guys all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for us. See you guys later. Bye, guys. Stay safe.